of the things I found out about the mothers of the hip-hop stars, that several of them raised those children alone. You know, dads were not there and things like that. And, you know, Roberta Shields rarely travels around with Ludacris. She's in charge of the foundation. When you see a foundation event, she's there. But Kanye's mom was everywhere, every party. We saw her at clubs, you know, parties and everything, and wrote the book and stuff. And so it really gets to people, the personal lives of the artists. What about personal lives of radio personalities? Do you think they're interested? Like when you started that thing about the school thing, I agreed with you, Melanie, that the school can't continue with, I think it's a reading program or writing program.
No, well, my daughter is in grade 10, and we found out at parent-teacher night that almost every kid in that class can't write a thesis paragraph, which was mind-blowing to me that in grade 10 they can't write a paragraph.
And they can't continue until everybody catches up.
Yeah, and it was really shocking, and it was interesting to talk to the teachers who also felt the same way.
Do you think they were listening? Do you think the teachers were listening?
I don't know.
One of my emailers emailed me and said it's a good thing she brought that out on the radio, because, I mean, many of us parents are going through that crap, but Melanie is on the radio. She can bring it out. She has that medium to bring it out, and it affects everybody. And I think it's good that, you know, somebody was probably listening, maybe a principal, someone. You'll be surprised who's listening to Flow in the morning. Personal lives of the artists. So, you know, many people are like, ooh, JJ's cute. Is like, what, you hear him talk about his wife every day, you know, on the radio. So personal lives, it definitely is important to, you know, to respect, you know, to a certain respect. And what are your personal opinions about hip-hop in today's music genre and playlist? Let me clarify that question. Your opinion about hip-hop and today's music genre and playlist. What I mean by that is the music genre hip-hop is hip-hop. Then you have R&B, rhythm and blues. Then you have soul music, old school. And then you have gangster rap. A lot of people just say, oh, it's the same, black music. What are your personal opinions with regards to being some kind of separation? Do you think these genres should be clearly separated? You know, personally, what do you think?
In terms of what, culturally separated?
Culturally separated, like, okay, this is hip-hop music. We don't play gangster rap. We're only going to play hip-hop. We're going to play R&B.
Well, you know, I don't know. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the more hardcore rap. Some of the lyrics, for me, I don't enjoy. It's a personal choice. I don't play music that talks about, you know, hoes and killing people as a cool thing. And I don't want that playing in my home. I have a teenage daughter. But I mean, it's the same for rock music. It's the same for any other kind of music. The lyrics are very important to me as a music listener and a music fan. But hip-hop, like Kanye West and Jay-Z, I love it as long as lyrically it's clean enough.
It's clean enough to be played
and it means something. I think each song that plays has a meaning, and I'm that kind of person. I love the beat of a song, but that's not the first thing that catches me. It's lyrics, the content, what are they saying, what message are they trying to get across. So as far as, I don't know, so-called gangster rap, I don't know where that genre is
singing about killing the police,
separated. But yeah, I mean, that's personally not my taste in music.
You've heard about Eazy-E, right? Eazy-E's son is called Little Eazy-E, and he just debuted his new CD yesterday. I read it on a website, ballastatus.com, and when I read it, he said all these rappers that want to be gangster to be are all phony. And I said, wait a minute, is he promoting gangster business? Well, he was there talking about peace to my Crips and my Bloods and stuff, and I thought that was disturbing, because even Eazy-E, before he died, only sang so much. NWA sang so much about, you know, getting the plights of the blacks out there, but this gang thing, you know, really disturbed me, Little Eazy-E. And then we have the little Christopher Wallace, who's now about 11 years old, who wants to rap, Biggie's son. And you know, I think they really should follow the positive side of the music. What do you think about Beyonce's award last night, the night before, International Artist?
I thought it was incredible for her.
396 magazine covers.
She, you know, like Beyonce, it's like, sometimes it's like, you know, overwhelming because you see the same artist for so long. It's like, oh, enough already. But I mean, Beyonce is Beyonce. She's incredible.
She sang our national anthem with no notice. It was just wonderful.
She's an incredible artist, and I think it's well deserved. She's had a very, very successful career.
First female
in a short, and which is even more incredible. And I can't even believe that it's taken this long for a female to win that. That's what shocked me. I was like, wow, this is the first
female to do that. So. And also, okay, we're wrapping it up. We all have dreams, no matter how old we are. When you grow up, Melanie, you know, I always say, Kemi, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up? Do you want to act, sing, be in a reality show? Everybody wants to do something.
Yeah, you know, my dream was to be on Broadway.
Really?
I wanted to dance and sing, and I can't sing. I can hardly dance. I can barely act. So it's probably not going to happen, but you know, that was always my dream. Was
you said you can't sing.
No.
Melanie, anyone can sing. You sing in the shower.
I'm completely tone deaf. I've got nothing. Believe me, I've tried. I've got nothing.
Do you know who? And you remember the person we went to in Atlanta, Manuel Seal, Usher's producer?
Yeah.
I went to interview Manuel Seal in his studio. And when I said to him, I said, Manuel, can you play us some tunes? He played us something. I said, can you sing something? He was like, oh, I'm like, oh my God, you sound like Usher. Remember what he said?
Yeah.
I taught Usher how to sing like that. Like, anyone can sing, vocal coach and all that. Manuel Seal is Usher's main producer.
Well, maybe someday. I'm trying to get into dirty dancing. Like, somebody take me in there.
Dirty dancing.
Because I do take jazz classes and I dance, so I'm like, I can try that.
Sing it. Okay, the last question. You have a teenage daughter. You love to talk about her on air. Can you brief us about your family? I personally am very public about, you know, I'm going to be 45 years old and I'm a single mother of 3, my 21-year-old. And I have a 16-year-old in 2 days and a 7-year-old. I love my kid. You probably see me pimping little KJ on the way on the side.
What mother doesn't?
Tell us about your family.
Well, I had my daughter very young, so that's often why no one believes that I have a 15-year-old daughter. I have a boyfriend that I've had for 11 years. We just bought a home together.
Fantastic.
I grew up in Sudbury and moved out here when I wanted to find my way in radio, because I knew this was kind of the only place I could go. And the rest
so
of my
you classify yourself as a single mom for now?
I don't, because I've been with him for 11 years, and he's been a part of her life every step of the way. So we're not married, but we've been living together for 10 of those 11 years, so technically...
married soon?
No, but...
the paper syndrome, right?
I don't consider myself a single mom just because he has been there.
He's been there, yeah, since his daughter was probably 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice to single moms out there? There's a lot in Toronto.
Yeah, you know, you can do it.
I
think that's the #1 thing, because, you know, so many people, I know how hard it is for single moms to get by and to achieve their goals and go back to school, or if they have finished school, to get a job. But you'll get through the tough times, and you can do it. You can manage, and you can be very successful. You know, even being a single mom. And all the power to you, man, because I think it's an incredible thing when there are single moms who take care of their children. It's really tough. I understand. I was there carrying the baby carriage on the bus, trying to get to school with the baby in one arm and the baby bag and the carriage. I know. I've been there.
It's rough, but we can do it all.
I have the utmost respect.
It's a great interview. I really appreciate you having us here at Flow 93.5. Any TV in the works for you later on? Radio personalities end up getting the TV shows and talk shows and all that. Any interest in that?
I've done a lot of TV actually through my radio career. Yeah, I've done E-Talk, I've done Much Music, I've done MTV, I've done a lot of commercials like with Canadian Idol in association with, and yeah, so, you know, whenever it comes along and when there's an opportunity, I certainly try.
Right. And you go in the community a lot for remotes, and do you go to schools? Do you guys go to schools?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. That's where MJJ is today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very important. It's very important. Thank you so much, Melanie. We really appreciate it. And that will be a wrap. I hope you enjoyed the interview. And of course, this is Kemi'S Joshua. Kemi Joshua from Kemi'Nications.com. Keep surfing. That's Kemi'Nications, K-E-M-I, my name. Nications, like communications, N-I-C-A-T-I-O-N-S, Kemi'Nications.com. Have a nice day, everybody. Thank you.